With the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series well underway, we thought it was time to bring you a little something new. Welcome everyone to Packmasters. In this series, Augur and Lavender Wormsley will be facing off in best of 3 matches. In this first episode, the players will begin with a starting collection of cards pulled from the Duelist Kingdom era. We've pulled from sets like Dark Beginning, Dark Revelation, 1 and 2. So, their pulls are going to be a little different, but you're going to see some really exciting stuff. From there, in future episodes, our players will be able to not only spend packs to open new sets, but it's not like in Progression series where they're forced to spend all their packs on the next set, or one box as they say. Instead, these packs can be spent on any set that has been unlocked and added to the shop. So, for instance, in episode 2, our players will have access to the first 2 sets from the GX era, but from then on, players will always be able to return to sets that have already been unlocked. We're hoping that you enjoy this new approach, the strategy that will come down to knowing which sets to go into and which sets to leave behind, and see as these decks evolve and change over time. So without further ado, let's get right into it, and welcome again to Packmasters. Let's get this started. All right, Augur, you ready to open those packs?
Heck yeah. I mean, taking a look, there's a lot of very interesting stuff. Again, like the DM era, it's fun, but once you've played it once or twice, you really don't need to go back through all those sets one by
And
one.
we'll go through all those sets with New Yu-Gi-Oh still, so it's okay if we skip it around a little bit here for Packmasters. So good luck.
Mm.
Let's see what we got in here. I see
Immediately.
something nice.
Yes, the Snatch Steel. Oh my
Whoa,
gosh.
that's a good start. Sky Scout, like it's an 1800, right?
Yeah, 1800. And of course, none of these other normal monsters will be particularly good. We can just move on.
Yeah, it's 2 good
Uh,
cards though, you know.
it's
Ooh,
Torrential.
ooh. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, what a start! Wow,
Torrential MST. Messenger of Peace as well. Very irritating.
could be worse than Armed Ninja too. So
Let's just
honestly,
go here. We have a lot of packs to get through. Mask of this will come in handy later,
uh-huh.
much later. Whereas United We Stand will come in handy exactly now, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Nobleman, I guess removal
I
is removal. Aquamador is a 2K, but like
mm,
I don't know. Are we going to
oh
be is this going to be a 2K? Are we going to see 2Ks matter if we're skipping so far ahead? I don't know.
I think that's a good question. I think they will still matter, but I think it's really going to depend on what recruiters people find. What was I thinking? Oh, we have one half of the Silverfang Raigeki combo. Let's see if we can finish that up. Nothing really interesting here. Again, Rush Recklessly, a card that's going to be useful exactly right now in this early phase.
Rush is nice.
Jar of Greed, one I'm happy to see. Um, I
Hmm.
mean, here's Recruiter number 1.
Good to have a few
Very
because
fun.
not opening tons of packs of that set means that the recruiter density is probably going to be a lot lower than if you had gone through like a progression. So having a few is actually quite nice. Might dictate a little bit
Mhm.
of like the cards that you can pull with them. Nice.
Indeed. And it looks at
Wow.
Swords of Revealing Light. A painful
A
choice.
mirror wall?
Oh my. Oh, and the second Flying Kamakiri. Yes, Mirror Wall, Mask of Restrict, Toll. I'm really finding all the floodgates somehow.
More 2Ks as well. My gosh.
Hum, 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 hum. Okay. Our first spirit message, now that we're in Dark Beginning 2 here. Uh,
Yatagarasu?
hmm
At
Oh, I'm
common,
I'm
yeah.
liking Toon Cannon Soldier too. Very useful.
We'll have to find a
Um,
Toon World though, right, for it?
uh, do you?
Oh no. This card cannot
Actually, it
attack the
doesn't.
turn it is summoned if Toon World on the field
It,
is... Okay. While you control Toon World... Oh, I guess this one doesn't need Toon World?
it, MBT has gone over this, but there's literally like 7 different classifications of Toon monsters.
Okay.
So this is one
Alright.
that can attack directly while you have Toon World, is destroyed if Toon World is destroyed, and has
Okay.
summoning sickness in air quotes. But the important
Interesting.
part is tribute 1 monster, inflict 500 damage to your opponent.
I can see
That
why
is
it's...
enough for me
Yeah.
to be slotting this away for a rainy day. Also, Troop Dragon, a
Yeah.
card. One of the fun strategies that always comes out in DM for me is like Dragon Typal, and Troop Dragon has always found a place in that. So I'm wondering if there's enough
Well, this
of
is
those
your
cards in these reprint
this
sets.
is what the first pack of Dark Beginning, right? So
Mm,
hopefully you might pull another. It's a common.
let's find out. Uh, None of that, but Book of Life for the
Mm-hmm.
other typal, zombie typal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could do
Another
worse. Yeah,
Yatagarasu.
exactly. Twin-headed behemoth. Is that the one that comes back once? It's been a while since I.
Indeed it is.
Yes. Okay.
The once per duel. Dark Spirit of the Silent.
So there's going to be some cards here that are new, I would say, to me, because we are not at those sets yet in Prague, but it's nice to get a
Mhm.
little sneak peek. There's some. I'm seeing some really
Oh,
nice
here's
stuff
Robin
here.
Goblin. That's
Goblin,
definitely one that's come up for you.
Greed, Super Rejuvenation, and Stamping Destruction. Like
Mm,
a little bit of dragon support, like you were just saying.
And I have a soft spot for Last Warrior from Another Planet. Like, I will try to force it if it
I
comes
like
down to
it.
that. Let's
Oh,
see.
wow.
Reinforcement
Good
of the
pack.
Army, Book of Moon, and then
You could do
again
worse
at
than Luster Dragon, honestly. Like it's what two it's a one tribute 2.4. I mean, again, I'm still thinking Prague. I got to remember we might be out of the you can go for 2.4 with one tribute and be okay, but I remember it being pretty.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. Sorry. I was just looking at the render. For some reason, it costs 2 cents. Luster Dragon, 2 cents.
yep. We realized that the simulator replaces all the numbers with like a C. I don't know why it does that, but
Mhm. Asura Priest and Dark Dust Spirit, also two very potent spirit
yep.
monsters, especially Dark Dust Spirit in this spot where we're not opening very many packs, so removal will probably be pretty light.
Mm-hmm. Book of Moon is really nice to see, though, honestly.
Oh,
And you
yes.
picked up an
And we got a
MST,
couple more
right? So
packs. Can I get another one of those? Not
command
quite with the Sangan.
Sangan feels huge.
There's one Thunder Dragon. Spirit Ryu, a
Yep.
very mediocre dragon card.
Yep.
But again, I'm a big dragon fan, so. Bottomless.
Wow. Very
And
cool.
last turn, I will not be playing last turn, I
Dude,
think.
Mysterious Guard's not horrible. I remember quite enjoying the effect on it, right? It's
hmm
one back to the top, then if you have a face up warrior, you get another one back to hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does a lot for a flip. Yeah, bottomless is huge. Bottomless is really big. But that's I think that's the end of Dark Beginning though. It means we didn't pull a second troop dragon, unfortunately.
Indeed. And only one Thunder Dragon as well,
Yeah.
which, it happens.
Sangan was big
Uh,
though. Sangan was big.
mhm. Oh, actually, Toon Gemini Elf. This is actually a very potent card. Aside from the summoning sickness,
Uh-huh.
it is itself Robin Goblin.
Oh, well, there you go. It's a 1900 too. Just like
Yep.
wow. All right. Into
Glad I
the
looked at that.
Dark Revelations
Dark
now.
Revelation. Okay, let's see here.
So I'm gonna know
Dark
if
Core.
yeah, I'm gonna
This
know
is good enough for now.
quite a lot less of these cards. So I'm
19.
gonna rely more on you here to tell me what's spicy in this set. Arcfiend is what a
Totally.
1900 attacker, right?
Indeed. So around this point is where the Archfiends come in,
Mm-hmm.
which have effects of dice rolling and losing life points. And there's a couple actual typal effects or payoffs for it,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not very good. Like I'm looking with shock at this guy who's like 1100, 1800. That's like one of the highest stats for
That
Archfiends.
doesn't sound great.
Let me think. Yes, but we also get spell counters, which are always very
Yes.
interesting, but I don't think have ever paid off for me. And especially not, probably not in this environment where we have a lower card count. Spirit
Spirit
Reaper.
Reaper. Yeah. That one I
Very
recognize. That one I recognize.
Great Maju Garzit is fun. Ojama Trio, fun for one specific person.
There's like a story behind United Resistance, right? There's like this whole weird like people running about and that's part of it, right?
Oh yes, and then
Okay.
it's the uh, like Revolution, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just you get
It's
to pop all of your opponent's
there's
cards.
a few stories I
Also for
recognize.
some,
And Pachi, I think, at
also
one
for
point
some
gets set
reason,
on fire or something, right? And then
Blazing and Pachi.
yeah.
United Resistance for some reason, a Wind Thunder monster.
Just the weird stuff.
I guess the winds are blowing in the favor of the people. I don't know. But okay, we've got Not a lot in this one. This is not the new Ishizu stuff. But I don't know. I've always thought that old Mudora was at least kind of fun. Just like,
It's wild. This is
here's fairy
not,
stuff.
and the fact that it's a fairy, and I'm like, I am not sure. Are you sure it's a fairy?
Hmm. Just like, it's my favorite type of fairy.
It's
A
like when
big guy.
we recently learned that so Thunder Dragon is not a dragon card; it's a thunder card.
Correct, correct.
Because we were with Grishnax, we were talking about how like, oh, it's actually pretty good with super rejuvenation, and someone in the comments went like, "You've been lied to. It's a thunder card," and I was like, no.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Okay,
Um,
not much in Dark Revelation Volume One so far, huh?
yeah, and like here's an example of the Archfiend's Vile Spawn Archfiend. Has all these effects, can negate being targeted on a specific point, stops others attacking, but it's a 1200. What are you
Ah,
going to do with this guy?
they're chess themed. This is Vile Pawn. There was a rook, right? Des
Oh,
Rook, right?
yes, I
Okay,
never realized that.
they're chess pieces. That's really funny.
Because like Archfiend Soldier, he's not chess themed at all, is he? He's just a soldier.
Gravekeeper
This
Spy.
I we have
You would need
nothing to give
you would
this
need
though.
another Gravekeeper's card as the issue. Yeah.
Mhm. Nothing else really good here.
Oh, there's
Pandemonium Watchbear. That's
Dark
cool.
Bishop. Yep. So it is. They're all chess pieces.
Oh
Very
my
cool.
gosh. I did not realize that.
Very funny.
Yeah, but look, again, such a neat
Yep.
effect. Like affects all your archfiends. 1400 defense.
hmm We were
Oh my
talking with
goodness.
Grish a lot. We were going through sets about how a lot of cards have a interesting effect, but the stats are so like lackluster. You know.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. I don't recognize a lot of these except for Z Metal Tank. It doesn't do
Yeah,
so
it's
much
a
without the other ones, right?
yeah. It is not great on its own.
Okay.
Let me think. I think non. No, this one's not good. Nope, not particularly good. I'm also a big fan of specifically Decayed Commander and Zombie Tiger. I
You
don't
can
think I
special
have the
summon a
Zombie
zombie
Tiger,
tiger from your
unfortunately,
hand. Okay. Interesting.
because the Zombie Tiger is then a Union monster that
Ah,
equips
okay,
itself to
okay. Well, hopefully it's in the pack because,
it.
well,
Okay, well, it's probably in
I
the
see
pack
some
where you can
interesting
pull
stuff
it.
here for once. A few cards that I do
Mhm.
recognize.
Tsukuyomi,
Tsukuyomi,
Magical
Magic
Merchant,
Merchant. Yeah.
Apprentice Magician, just sort of a the spell
Yep.
recruiter. I don't know, some sort of like recruiting for the wizard
hmm
school, I guess. Cliff the Trap Remover, not bad. Mirage Knight. Oh wait, I forgot this guy has an actual. See, I always look at the high stats and the cool effect, then I forget must be special summoned by Dark Flare Knight.
Oh no.
Uh, but,
All
but
right.
honestly, Tsukiyomi and all of
Yeah.
these really good. Uh, Banner of Courage is not great, but I'm wondering if the card quality will be low enough that it'll be like the 40th card.
If yeah, honestly.
Um, well, here's Dark Revelation Volume 2.
Okay, we're down to the final six. This is
Another
it.
another little longer. I have been pretty happy with my pulls so far. I think.
There's been some real spicy stuff. I think at least on the
Mhm.
removal suite and like some of these options like painful choice that are going to become really good. I hope
Oh
you have
yeah.
enough like normal monsters though for episode one is kind of what I'm looking at. But
Yeah.
we might have to, or you might have to play some interesting picks, let's say on week one before we dig further. But we'll see what these packs still give us. There's probably more in here.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I can survive playing mediocre cards for week 1. Okay, some interesting ones in here.
It'll still be better than
Dark
Legend of Blue Eyes. So
Triceratops and Giga Gaga Gigo.
oh well, there you go. That one's a
These are not bad
2450.
tribute summons.
Yeah, they're
Which one is this? Sasuke Samurai number 3 is not the one I was thinking of. Bum, 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 bum. Disc Fighter
interesting.
is a meta call, I
Yeah,
suppose.
interesting. Well, so here's the thing, because it's just the two of you, sideboards will actually come into play this time around. So which is going to be a little
Okay.
different from what we do in progression series where in Yu-Gi-Oh! Prog, where it's just because it's the three of us, we each just play one match, otherwise it would take like all day. But because it's
Mhm.
just the two of you, it'll be sideboards will actually be relevant for once. So it's going to
That's
be
good. I like doing fun stuff with sideboards.
I agree.
In one of my previous progs, we did we all played each other, but we did best of three, and I would do transformative sideboards
Oh,
occasionally.
I love that. I love hearing that. Oh,
Okay,
I do see something nice here.
Anju.
Yeah, Manju is what I'm looking at right now.
Um,
Probably for later. I
Chaos
don't.
Int. Yeah, I think I know I've pulled a ritual spell because I just noted it in the back of my head.
I think
I have not pulled a
Salvage was like
single
in one of the first decks I
ritual.
actually owned. Salvage. It was like in um, the water intro deck that had like Ocean Neo Daedalus, right? So I remember that card,
Mhm.
and it's like it's pulling up a Bugroth or something. I remember being like, wow, it's actually
Yes,
thematic. Yeah,
Cross Mark 2.
yeah. Oh, I like that deck. I miss it. Apparently, it's not very good, but I remember it being fun to play.
And that in the back, is that Citadel Whale, actually?
Yeah, I thought it was a cool
That's
intro
fun.
deck because it actually gave you the Legendary Ocean and Gravity Bind as like part of the basic combo, and I was like, wow, that's actually really
Oh my.
fun and annoying. So okay,
Mm-hmm. All right, we're
4
finishing
more
up.
packs. Sea
And
Serpent
the second dark
Warrior
magic
is
attack.
an 1800 or a 1900? Yeah, okay, 1800.
18, indeed. I want to say Begone Knave. Begone Knave is one that's
Okay.
very annoying, but very hard to take advantage of.
Oh, it's continuous though, right? Oh, but it's
Oh
both.
yeah,
It's both. It's symmetrical.
yeah.
Okay. Um, if I'm
Pa-pa-pa-pa.
would it work? Hold on, what is it? Can you read? Can you check Begone Knave again? I want to. If a monster inflicts
Mhm.
battle damage to a player, would that work if, like, let's say your big defense gets attacked into, and then they take battle damage? Would your defense go back to hand, or is that not considered? Because that
I
would suck.
believe yes, I believe that is considered battle damage.
Okay, interesting. So you can actually play it and then throw small things into defenses to bounce them. That's very
Mm.
interesting. Okay. Well, if you get a Dark
And in the
Magician one
normal,
day, somehow, you've got dark magic attacks.
I mean, it's probably in one of these sets, right?
I would have assumed it would have been in Dark Beginning, is what I would have
Oh, I definitely would have
expected.
missed it. There
Uh,
we go.
Chaos Sorcerer. Wow.
I spotted this and I was like, this is a common? That's crazy. And now
Meanwhile,
we've finally found one.
meanwhile, I'm trying to read Neobug stats because I'm like, it can't be horrible, right? Maybe it's a okay,
8 yeah,
1800. We're gonna see some of these vanillas, I'm
that's
sure, because
actually not bad. 2 Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell.
okay.
Uh, a
Gigantes, if I
Gigantes, one of
remember, is
the
yeah,
Banishers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Honestly, not a
what?
bad Dark Revelation pact.
Mhm. And Des Kangaroo is not bad.
If
I
the
mean, if I end up
attack,
having to play Dark
yeah,
Monsters, he might be one of them.
Chaos Sorcerer is very big though. I feel like that's good.
Oh, yes. I mean, who knows? Can we get a second one? No,
Well,
but we can get
Zaborg.
Zaborg the Thunder Monarch.
Zaborg
Oh
seems
my.
very big here.
Yes. Oh, we got the other Monarch, Terra King Salmon. Uh, but like I'm definitely playing this over Dark
Yeah.
Triceratops. We can make this work, I think. Chaos Necromancer, also a fun one.
Oh wow, that grows pretty big. Interesting.
Self-destruct button, also interesting.
Nice pack.
Indeed. Chopman the Desperate Outlaw, uh, probably less interesting. But all right,
This is it.
last
Your last
pack.
pack, Augur.
All right,
I
Neo
like it.
Bug
Okay.
again. I've never
I've
seen this
never
one.
seen this card.
Atomic Firefly.
When this face-up card attacks or is attacked and it is destroyed as a result of battle, the player who destroyed it takes 1,000 points of damage, but it has to be face up.
Interesting.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, because I think the way it's written, it has to be face up while it is attacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Knight
Knight Assailant.
Assailant.
Okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
That's not the feather duster we're looking for, right?
Nope. And that is all. Was
That's
that
it.
all? That was it.
Yeah.
All right. So let me. Yeah, we got enough 2K defenders and enough 1800s.
Yep.
We got the Snatch Steal and the Torrential Tribute and the MST, which are cards that are going to
Bottom
be in the deck for
bottomless
pretty
trap
much forever.
hole.
Bottomless, yes.
Rush like
Uh,
rush will eventually leave. It's
oh,
but early on it's a good trick to have. Robin Goblin, bottomless like
yeah.
we said. Rhoda,
Sangan.
Sangan,
Rhoda,
Book
Book
of
of Moon,
Moon. Like, I don't
the
know.
Reckless and the Jar of Greed.
It's a very
Like,
like singleton-ish, but it's a lot of good stuff. Like you have a decent, yeah. Oh, you do have a zombie
I
tiger.
did pull the Zombie Tiger. There we go.
You
So
have
there's so yeah. So I think this is enough to make a solid deck
a good chunk
for
of
week one.
18s,
But
and
then
then
I
yeah,
think the strength is that it's just a great base going forward.
I think you have a lot of pieces that are going to be quite nice moving into next week's actual pack openings where you'll have like your pick of the sets and then
Mm.
of course not these sets. We say goodbye to the DM era here with these four sets that we just opened, but I think you're starting off really strong. All right, Lavender, let's do this. I'm excited to see your pack opening now that I've seen Augur's, and I am excited, and I'm gonna promise not to slip up and mention what Augur got, so it'll be a complete surprise. I'm excited to see what you got. You ready?
I'm excited to see too. Let's get this started.
There are so many powerful
Okay.
cards in these sets.
Let's see. Notable here, Jar of Greed. Polymerization is good for later. And
Absolutely.
Flying Kamakiri. Aside from that, nothing really notable.
Wonder if we'll
I
have to
guess
talk
Mystic
about
Plasma Zone, but
oh,
I don't know. Oh my god, Snatch Steal.
that's a
That's
good card.
huge. That's huge. Gravity Bind is not bad. Mask of Restrict is probably better for later. I don't know how useful it's going to be now, but if there's a Monarch deck going around, I could see that being very good. Another
Absolutely.
Mystic Plasma Zone is interesting. Armed Ninja, I don't think is the worst, but
And you'll be using sideboards, so sometimes you'll be able to bring
yeah.
something in. Wow.
Oh, the Forceful Sentry, that is brutal.
That is great pickup
Oh,
here. Dark Beginning 1 really has like the spiciest of the cards. Going into Dark Red, I
yeah.
feel like they get the busted stuff tends to vanish, but it's so nice to see some of these cards here. Stop Defense,
Self
hey,
Defense isn't bad. Shadow
Nugio.
of Eyes is very funny, but I'm not sure if that's going to be outclassed because we're going further. Another Jar of Greed is nice. Morphing Jar number 2 is decent.
I don't
I think Fake Trap is okay. I could be wrong.
I don't know what the meta is going to look like, but I
Yeah.
know where we are in Yu-Gi-Oh progression. The Amphibian Beast is one of our 2.4K single tribute cards, so it's not like the
Yeah.
worst thing we were backing. I don't know if it's going to be outclassed here, but Mask of
Mask of
Brutality is
Brutality is good.
yeah.
I love Parasite. I don't think it's very good, but it's very funny.
All right, two more packs of Dark Beginning
Yeah.
1. What can we see here?
Let's see. Eternal Rest probably doesn't do anything. Nimble Mamanga isn't great as a one-of. Horn of the
No, yeah.
Unicorn's okay.
Okay.
What does this do? I don't remember this one.
Set the face up
Yeah,
skull.
that's whatever.
That's a little niche, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Mage Power. Okay.
Okay.
That's very good. That's probably going in my deck. UFO Turtle is a nice pickup.
It's
I
nice to
don't
have
think
at
I
least
can
one
do anything with
recruiter.
Time Seal.
Yeah, it's nice to have at least one recruiter.
Yeah, let's see. Soul of Purity and Light, I like picking up a copy of. Bottomless is very good. Mirage of Nightmare is insane, but I don't think we have the tools to abuse it yet. Spiritualism is something to keep in mind, I guess. I don't think Grey Wing is anything. I don't think Gillosaurus is anything.
No.
Toon Goblin Attack Force is something. It's a 2300
Yeah.
guy. It's not the best, but Seven
Ooh.
Tools of the Bandit's very good.
I'm also looking at
Creature Swap is also very good. Is Skull there or anything? No. It's
No.
Stamping Destruction's decent.
Yeah, it's not
All right,
bad.
and we are on Dark Beginning too,
Yeah.
so I like Reckless Greed. I like that a lot. Toon Table is
Yatagarasu.
not bad. I got a Yatagarasu, which is very funny and maybe abusable later. Excuse me. Karibo is
Is a
a
card.
consideration. I don't think it's that good, but it's kind of fun. Another Bottomless is very nice.
Wow, that's
Air
actually
Knight Parshath is a great pickup.
Ryukishin powered. Honestly, you're gonna want to have some of these normal monster beats early, and like,
That's
are you?
true.
It's not an 1800, but I haven't seen any of them yet in your pool. So,
Yeah. I do like that second Bottomless a lot. That's definitely
second
seeing
bottomless is
play.
really nice.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Another Gillet. Zombira the Dark is a very nice pickup. I'm a
Yep.
big fan of that. Second Reckless Greed is good for later. I don't know how useful that is. After the Struggle, I believe, is kind of a bad removal spell.
There's always Luster Dragon, right? Another 2400.
Yeah.
Oh, seven
Ordeal of a
tools.
Traveler is whatever.
Well, 7 tools and Trap Dust Shoot, right? That's not bad.
Yeah, 7 tools, Trap Dust Shoot, that's both very good. Another Mirage of Nightmare is wild.
Okay.
Again, I can't really abuse it right now because I don't have good spell trap removal. Dice Jar is funny, but I don't think very good. Fusion Sage is functionally a second copy of Polymerization, which is good, again.
We'll have to talk about Polymerization, whether or not it's one of the cards that we want to give 3 ofs. We hadn't actually talked about that, I realize. But
yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards yes, honestly.
It'll be really
I don't
hard, though.
think much here is good. This is a 1700 normal summon. Legendary Jujutsu Master is very good in defense position.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I told Augur, Dark Revelation is where we start getting to the cards that we haven't reached yet in Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression. So a lot of these are going to be new to me. So I'm definitely going to rely on you to point out some of the stuff that are like, hey, this is actually good. So
I don't think there's anything here. This needs a bunch of other stuff. I don't believe Weapon Change is very good. No. No. I believe this guy is okay. Yeah, it's just a 2400 one tribute.
Oh,
Does piercing.
That's
I got 2 of them somehow.
That's actually your best of the 1 tributes now, right? I think
Probably, yeah.
And piercing is not bad actually. Like obviously in the context of like episode 1, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dimension Fusion is busted.
Well, you'll have
it's
that.
It's just a matter of whether I can abuse it or not. Mad Dog of Darkness just has big stats, which I like.
It's a 1900. Okay.
Yeah.
Gemini Elf right there.
I do think that you're going to get to Gemini Elf or Luster Dragon soon, which is a common with 1900
I have
in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I believe I have a Gemini Elf.
One sec, got a cough.
Bless you.
Let's see. Self-destruct button is funny, but it's I don't want to play it. It just kind of sucks. Robin Zombie. It's not good. Doesn't look like
it's no Robin Goblin.
Ooh, this is big. Chaos Sorcerer.
Chaos Sorcerer and Gigantes, I guess, isn't horrible,
I call it
right?
Gigantes, but, whatever.
Yeah. It seems
they're both very good.
Is Crimson Ninja anything? I actually don't remember what its flip effect is. It's
Crimson
the trap
Ninja
one, right?
Is pretty solid.
It's the trap one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the trap one. Like that might see play.
Chaos Sorcerer.
I don't think this is anything. No.
You do have, I think, Sanctuary in this guy. I think you pulled 1 copy.
Yeah. Trap Jammer is a nice pickup. It's not amazing, but it's something. Fenrir isn't great. Earthquake is decent, I guess.
Interesting. Honestly, and if the meta ends up being like lots of like beatdown, I mean,
yeah, it's something to consider. And I did get 2. Might be a sideboard option. Let's see. That's bad. That's bad. A lot of not great stuff here.
It was a 2K defender, right? Like, could be worse.
Wall of Revealing Light's cool, I guess. Avatar of the Pot is funny. I love that it's just a really buff Pot of Greed.
I love it. And there was like a Spirit of the Pot as well, right? No? Oh. It's nice.
It's in theory your draw 2 becomes a draw 3, but it's kind of a weak body. Salvage is a nice pickup.
This is what we were talking about in like the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Set reviews, how there's so many cool effects and they're always stapled to like anemic bodies and we just don't really get to play with them. So
this is also a very nice pickup. This is an OTK card.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, because you just banish a whole bunch of stuff and kill them on the spot. All right, I think that's it for that pack. I'm probably going to miss something at some point and just...
We'll see it in the matches or in the deck builds, yeah.
New Doria is a very good pickup.
Oh, wow, that's actually just solid. Yeah, honestly. What about the Dark Scorpions? We're not there yet. Are any of them...
There's a few of them that are playable. I don't believe either of these are. Yeah.
Shame. Is Sonic Duck small, big? I can't tell. Oh,
It's
it's a
1700, which is like
1700
reasonable.
star. Did you pull a
This
gravity
guy's
bind?
Yeah, it does get under gravity bind, and I do have one.
And that's
This
a
is a 1750,
1750.
which isn't the worst.
It's
I don't. Huge Revolution is very funny, but entirely unplayable. Autonomous Action Unit's actually not bad.
okay. Yeah,
It's
it's
like Premature Burial, but for your opponent.
yeah, honestly.
So let's see. Uh, I don't think there's anything here.
Uh-huh.
Here's people running about, which is part of what you need for the
Yep.
Revolution thing,
We're
but I don't know why I'm coughing so much today.
Nah, no worries.
Anyway, Mass Driver is something that
Yep.
theoretically is powerful. I don't know if I want to build that deck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any Gravekeeper stuff. This is a nice pickup if I get Instant Fusion. I don't have many targets for it right now, but ideally I would pick up some number. Secret Barrel is a very good burn card.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What else?
Mudora, is that the one that grows with... It's the one that grows with fairies, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. They did a retrain of this card, which was in a very broken deck. I don't think the card itself was that broken, but...
Okay.
And then Different Dimension Capsule is not bad.
Okay.
It tutors something in 2 turns, which,
Nice.
at the speed of the game we are now, that's very reasonable.
It's obviously it's a poor top deck, much late game, but you know, like that's a whole different problem.
That's a bad pickup.
Yeah, these
Just
we're
Amazonas cards.
probably not
This
the
Gravekeeper isn't anything. This guy's 1800, which is fine.
Okay. I mean, you're probably gonna play it, I guess, if you need like you're gonna need a certain amount of normal monster,
Yeah.
or normal, or I guess just non-tribute monsters. So.
Yep. Let's see. I don't think there's anything here.
Deskowal is cute, right?
Deskowal is okay in a
It's an
burn
1800
deck.
and then a lot of damage, possibly, if your opponent doesn't count on it being a Desk Koala, right?
Yeah. It's okay.
This is the last pack already. All right, what do we got?
Let's see.
Another Mass Driver.
I think Rope of Life is something.
Okay, yeah.
Rope of Life isn't like that embarrassing. Big Bang Shot, I believe, is...
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that good. I misremembered it. But another Mass Driver is kind of nice if I ever do build something with that.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with this opening. Like, it could have been a lot better, but I did pick up some real powerhouse cards.
So Dark Beginning, yeah, so Forceful Sentry, Snatch Steal, Mage Power.
Those are all nuts.
Morphing
and
Jar.
I just got some decent commons as
2
well.
Bottomless is good.
2 Bottomless is sick.
2 Bottomless is really
Very
nice.
happy with that pickup. Creature Swap is nice. Air Knight Parshat is
and
amazing.
Double 7 Tools is not.
Double 7 Tools is also very good. Trap Dust Shoot, Yatagarasu.
Yep. Honestly,
Ashura Priest is pretty big. I missed that on the first go around.
True. Yeah.
Let's see. Wall of Revealing Light is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos Sorcerer, Gigantes, both very good.
Yeah,
Gren Maju is good if I ever go that route. Crimson Ninja is not bad. I like Double Earthquake for the sideboard.
There's going to be some interesting deck building for sure.
Yeah, Dimension Fusion.
You have a few things that are going to be...
this is interesting. I think this pack was the least impactful of all of them. But
absolutely.
I did get New Dora, which is nice. New Doria.
You got 1700 Sonic Duck. Let's go.
Yeah, Sonic Duck.
Honestly, so for those listening, obviously we're opening this a little bit ahead of the actual gameplay, so you'll get to see the deck profiles. For us, it's a week from now. For you, it'll be momentarily, obviously. I am excited to see what the two of you build, and especially the sideboarding is going to be probably a little whatever at this point, but I'm excited for us to open up the way the actual Packmasters are going to go and give you the flexibility of spending your packs, because I think that's going to be where the real strategy lies in building these decks into some really spicy stuff. And there's some spells here and traps that they're never going to leave, right? Like, you're going to have some of those early removals that you pulled from like Dark Beginning 1 and stuff that are just going to be carrying, I
Yeah.
think, very
Bottomless is
far.
probably going to see play in my deck for like, I don't know, very long time. It's a very powerful card and one that Augur may not have access to as well.
Well, we're going to have to
I don't
see
know for sure, but
momentarily for you, but in a week or so for us. So, all right, it's finally episode 1. Augur, I have been more than excited to finally get to do this match after we cracked packs the previous week. What are you bringing to the table for episode 1 of Packmasters today?
All right. Well, it may not look super exciting, but I think that this has a lot of legs. So we pulled a number of power spells. We got the Snatch Steel, we got the Swords and the Book of Moon, which will serve us well for quite a while. We got the Bottomless Trap Hole and the Torrential Tribute. And we're packing that up, and we're backing that up just with a number of good generic creatures and a shocking amount of removal.
Honestly,
I'm really surprised at the options I'm able to bring here.
I'm just looking at some of your monsters, like raw stats, like the 1900s, the 1800s. That'll matter today, I think. So,
I think, let's see. So I am playing the Chaos Sorcerer. So we're on a number of lights and darks to facilitate that. Our light count is pretty low, but notably, we also have the Painful Choice, which as long as I put a light in there, there's a good chance it will be able to go to the graveyard. Let's see. The other thing is in the side, I also have a bit more of a wind package with the Sylphid. I think that'll go well with the Flying Kamakiris. The issue is that only Flying Kamakiri target that's really worth it is Twin-Headed Behemoth, which is a little awkward. One other thing I really like is the Reinforcement of the Army options, which is Disc Fighter and Cliff the Trap Remover.
I mean, yeah.
Both of them, they don't have very good stats, which like I would love just like a big beater to search off of that, but none of my normal monsters really fulfilled that condition. But Disc Fighter is perfect for clearing 2k defenders if Lavender is on any, and Cliff the Trap Remover, if he's able to go face, can act as his own little MST.
I really like this toolbox that you've built. Honestly,
just fingers crossed that it'll be enough.
So like, this isn't. We got to make people like really know that we didn't go through a box per set all the way till the end, right? You were working off very little, so I mean, you have a lot here for how few packs we opened, I think. So.
Oh yeah, and there was some stuff that I wish that I had. Like I'm staring into that Singleton Gravekeeper's Spy in the collection with nothing to search, no targets, and the Flying Kamakiris really being my only recruiters. But I think aside from that, I think that this is really solid going forward.
It looks really good. I'm excited to see how this deck is going to play off. All right, Lavender, we've already seen Augurs. Now it's your turn. What are you bringing to the table for episode 1 of Packmasters today?
Okay, so I titled it Lavender Week 1, but the way I think of it is Sonic Duck Turbo.
I was not expecting that.
My goal is to get out any monster, really, and equip it with Mage Power, but specifically anything level 3 or lower. And I have Gravity Bind, which is kind of one of the core pieces of my deck.
There it is.
So you can see I have a few suboptimal cards. For example, Elephant Statue of Disaster is not great. Gillosaurus kind of sucks at this stage in the game. And just a few underwhelming level 3 monsters. Sonic Duck being the most powerful at a random 1700. But ideally, I would be getting out Mage Power, Gravity Bind, and one of my level 3s and just beating face. The one thing I'm kind of worried about is back row removal, although I'm not sure how concerned I have to be about that. I will say I also have Different Dimension Capsule to help me find any of these given pieces.
That's true.
And then I have a bunch of stallish cards, like Morphing Jar number 2, Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master. Ordeal of a Traveler is going to put in a lot of work. Same with Bottomless. And 7 Tools of the Bandit is good anti-trap. You can see I don't have a full side deck. That's because I don't feel like I have enough cards.
Options were limited. Options were limited week 1.
Yeah. So if I see Augurs on a lot of equips, Eternal Rest is going to come in, or if they're and Crimson Ninja is also that. If Augur's on a lot of traps, Earthquake is just for more aggression. If there's a lot of tributes I have to worry about from her, Mask of Restrict, and then Karibo. Armed Ninja is like Crimson Ninja, but for spells.
Yep.
Karibo is just because I have it. And Trap Just Shoot is for when I know I'm going first.
That makes sense. Yeah, it'll be a little different than what we're used to in the new Geo because we just do best of one. So it's really nice to see that some of these cards that just don't quite make the cut in the main board finally have a home on the channel. So I'm really happy to see this. And yeah, a little bit of a preview of cards that we haven't gotten to yet here in episode 1. Honestly, I love that you're bringing Gravity Bind episode 1. I really hope it comes out and that your plan works out.
All right, thanks.
All right, with that, you know what time it is. Let's head to the matches. Here we go.
So, what's your philosophy on rock, paper, scissors?
I have my philosophy. It doesn't work, so I don't recommend it.
Well, more importantly, the philosophy on going first or second. I think my deck is actually better going first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. What about you, Augur?
I was thinking about first or second, and I still haven't decided. But in terms of rock, paper, scissors, it's got to be paper every time.
Right. Well, I'm just going to, I think, set one and pass.
Could be anything.
Okay.
Could be anything.
I'm
draw.
I'm very happy that we have
the
backgrounds working. It looks so nice.
Oh yeah. And I set it up on my end too, so I can see the little laundry dragon maid.
It's a little better.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Forest and Rabbit, but we've seen enough of that, so.
Alright, we're gonna fire off not the greatest normal summon, but we're gonna go with Asura Priest.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good pickup.
I love how we say not the best, and it's like, no, the Asura Priest is pretty good.
I'm a fan of Asura Priest. Especially on bigger boards, because it has reasonable stats. But guess what?
Oh, it was a morphing jar.
Okay, well, I don't hate this. Oh no, I have to swap it out for a Sangan. I mean, but that was the thing with Asura Priest, was it was going back to my hand, which is kind of an awkward spot to be in.
That's true.
Did I not hit anything?
This.
Oh no.
Your morphing jar was marked for destruction, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So something I learned there too. I thought morphing jar would also have a.
No, if you had been able to flip it on your turn, it would be fine.
Yes. Okay. That's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah. Is that actually the term marked for destruction?
Yep.
That is the coolest. That's like the rawest thing I've heard in Yu-Gi-Oh. Marked for destruction.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep it up with the sets.
All right.
What are the odds it's a second one?
Slow and steady. So one of the issues is on we don't quite like I haven't memorized what the rarities on some of these cards were, like at least when we were pulling them, so I don't know what the chance of even having a second morphing jar would have been.
I think morphing jars are rare, but the sets are also so big
and
that you're not even guaranteed commons.
Yes, the reprints
like having two of anything is wild.
Things weren't necessarily at their original rarity, so. Oh.
Okay. Des Feral Imp.
Des Feral Imp.
Target a card.
Now my morphing jar is back in the deck.
Alright, we'll go second.
Very cool.
Main. I'm going to set one more and pass. And I forgot to turn my toggle on, so now it's on auto.
Yes, so I've also had to learn about that. There's auto on, and I've unfortunately left it off before. And that's the worst possible feeling.
Alright.
Des Feral Imp.
I think I'm going to take things relatively slow. Summon Warrior Digrapher.
And the
Just 1700 guy.
I love how the imps are reptiles.
So whenever it says death like that, the actual translation is death.
Oh.
Oh.
So Death Koala was originally Death Koala.
Interesting. The more you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do I want to hit you back?
Yu-Gi-Oh is very weird about censorship.
Look, I've heard stories of like names being butchered. Some of them were kept in Japanese. I've heard the story about
that's a good pickup.
Super Nimble Super Mega Nimble Hamster? Or is it Super Nimble
Super Nimble
Mega Hamster? Like, supposedly the person who named it just stood on a chair chanting the name until the whole, like, everyone agreed that that's what it would be called. Like,
Yep. And now I'm going to put it here just to play around Neck Knights. Here we go.
Of course.
we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But, you know, good practice, right? To build the muscle memory.
Yeah. Something I learned from one of my recent streams is that the best place to put your boss monster is the far right zone. And that's because it's the only one that can't be transversered, or there's a new card that I can't remember. Something with Moon.
Relinquished Anima, or?
No. Well, Relinquished Anima is also a concern. That's fair. Okay.
All right, so an early push here by Lavender's got Augur down at, like, close to half, but anything could happen. The one thing in Yu-Gi-Oh that's funny is, like, it's unlike Magic where, like, at one point in Magic, if you have just, like, 3, I'm going to say the word in Magic, creatures out, you can just slowly get over things. Like, there's not enough blockers. But here, you just need one key thing, and nothing's going through, you know? So, all right, Magical Merchant.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
You pulled an MST. That's nuts.
There's an
2
MST.
cards I would have loved that you not seen. Oh well. Let's see. But as in Magic, though, the only life point that matters is the last.
The last one.
Well, I know. Play carefully here. I think I'm actually still in a really good position.
Oh my gosh.
I'm inclined to agree.
I think both of you saw the Packmaster episode where I went full Philosophy of Fire with Jiraigumos.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The only life point that matters is the last one.
We'll fire this off right now.
I prefer you didn't see my back row, but... You know, I've never seen that animation before.
I never saw the animation either. That's so cool.
Is that in Master Duel? Well, I guess because nobody plays MST in Master Duel.
Yeah.
Are you
fire this off too?
Are you telling me MST is not a playable card in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it hasn't been for years.
Oh my gosh, what is it? It's like, okay, tell me Cosmic Cyclone sees some play at least.
Cosmic Cyclone is generally the pick.
Okay, phew.
Yeah.
Occasionally Twin Twister, but that's unusual. Cosmic Cyclone is what's generally replaced it, though.
That or, what was that one that saw play? Night Beam?
Kind of.
Although I'm sure that hasn't been for
that one's very niche as well.
And Cosmic Cyclone's difference is you pay 1,000 life points, but it banishes the target. Is that it?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Hey, I know some stuff.
Nice.
The grasshopper learns. All right, I want to see this.
Go for this. Oh, you really do want to see this. Trust me.
Oh my god.
A light in the dark.
No.
Okay.
We've already skipped to the
I don't need to banish any of these. You could have what, Gigantes? I'm fine with that. We are going to show you another card I would have loved to keep hidden. I'm gonna fire off the Snatch Steal.
Wow.
That's
all right.
So yeah, what we were saying about in Yu-Gi-Oh, the tables can turn quite easily.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and Snatch Steal, I keep forgetting, doesn't take away your life points. It just keeps giving 1,000 to the opponent. That's so much better.
Very convenient for me.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, I think.
Oh,
yeah, true. That was a special summon too, off of
Chaos Sorcerer. Yep.
Okay, so I think I have to do this. It's not ideal, but please tell me you don't.
I have to mandatorily activate the Snatch Steal. I was like, what's happening here?
Right. I'm glad it's not Trap Dust Shoot.
Okay.
Anyway, Eudoria.
Okay. Indeed.
And I can actually crash it here.
Yep.
For a bit less damage.
That's going to be fine, unfortunately.
Because this Chaos Sorcerer needs to die.
Needs is a strong word. I think he can stick around. He looks like he'd be fun at the parties.
So once per turn, right? The banish? Wow.
Yeah, and it can't attack on the same turn. But that's so... whatever.
It's like overkill.
It's a very powerful card.
Yeah.
I will say I looked at my pool for lights and darks, but it just wasn't there.
I did not have a lot of lights and darks, but I figured I would be greedy anyway.
Mm.
All right. And you know, I have some good darks. We'll run out the Archfiend Soldier.
It helps that one of the
Right.
darks is like Sangan, right? And like Magical
Oh, yeah.
Merchant, like, and that's like they dig, so it's nice. It kind of fits together.
Sengen is a very nice pickup. I'm pretty sure I got 2 of the battle recruiters and no Sengen or Witch of the Black Forest, which is a damn shame.
I got 2 recruiters as well, but they were both the same one.
Oh, that's really funny.
I won't
Which is
spoil which
good
they
if
are.
I want exactly that archetype or attribute.
Sure, I'll chain this.
Okay, Jars of Greed.
59 cards. Or 39. Actually, I mean, I assume... Okay, yeah, you're on like 30 cards. Or 40 cards.
Okay,
mean,
I think that jar was very good because now I have Zombira.
Ooh.
Indeed you do.
Talking about good dark monsters here.
Okay. You
And
are
I'll hit over this.
attacking. Damage step, I will rush
Ooh.
recklessly.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah.
Which
That
I think
hurts.
puts me in a position to just take it here. 17,
Um,
19. It's 3,600.
Let me think here for a second. So you have 3,600?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do for now. Which is a shame, but let's see what that face down is.
Or will we?
I don't even need to show you the face down. We got the Disc Fighter.
Disc Fighter. Wow, that's a card.
Well, we only opened so many packs.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's an Earth. It's a warrior. It clears 2k defenders, and
Yeah.
I was really afraid of misreading that metagame.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay,
Game
that's
one.
game 1.
All right. That was close.
Whew.
Alright.
Like I said, only life points that matters is the last.
Exactly. I was going
All
to
right, I'm done
propose
with
starting with
sideboarding.
like, you know, the first
I'm done
three
too.
the first 3 sets. It wouldn't have been too bad, or at least maybe the first 6. But I think the variety we're going to open up afterwards is going to be interesting. So, all right, good luck, have fun.
All right.
And you're going first again. Okay.
Yes. I'll just start things off simple. Zombira.
Mm-hmm.
It's back.
Yeah.
And Zombira than ever.
So, fun fact about Zombira's name, he was originally Zombire, and if you look at his art, it
I was about
says
to say,
Zombire on
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
He was from Kazuki Takahashi, I believe is the artist. I really should know, but he was a character in an early arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the manga, before Yu-Gi-Oh! Became the Yu-Gi-Oh! We know and love.
Mm-hmm. He's some kind of superhero, right?
Yeah, he was a superhero.
Interesting.
Okay.
I feel like
well,
I know I
keep
read
drawing
some
them
of the early Yu-Gi-Oh manga. I remember
Tsukiyomi. Ugh. That is a scary card.
Unfortunately, it's about all I have, but I'm okay for that 1-to-1 trade.
I mean, that's yeah.
Nothing to set.
I love how it's like cannot be special summoned, and then it was like if this card was normal summoned or flip face up. doesn't give you a big window to do anything else there.
Good old Yu-Gi-Oh!
There's a card that
Alright.
lets your spirit monsters stay, right? It's like a spell or either a field or a
I
continuous,
don't remember,
right?
honestly.
It might be one of the
Alright.
newer ones, one
I
of the
feel-
Shinobird stuff.
I think Lavender and I went over it in one of our set reviews, and I was like, "This
That
doesn't."
could be it.
But we both like came to the same agreement. It's not worth a card. All right, hey, I'm seeing. I'm getting a flashback here. I'm seeing cards that we've seen before there.
Yeah, I
The-
kind of
yeah.
forgot this guy was also just a 1600. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah,
It's
it's,
good
not a bad.
stats.
And you can't exactly stick it to defense position to get over it. So
How greedy do I want to be here, if at all? I'm thinking we're going to take a little risk and go for the Toon Gemini Elf.
Interesting. Okay.
So, Magic the Gathering flashback. It's got Summoning Sickness, so I'll be seeing you next turn.
All right.
It's so weird that like some tunes need the Toon Kingdom and then the later ones don't, but then they have like some other drawbacks, right? Like,
Yeah, I think we mentioned it, but I looked it up. Like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki has, like, 6 different classifications
Oh my
of these
gosh.
toon monsters
I
based
believe
on
it's
all their
5.
restrictions.
that's kind
It's
of
very
nuts.
weird.
Loyal God. Holy moly, you are
Is
kind of
that-
down bad for stats.
Oh my gosh.
Don't like that.
Speaking of
Don't
down
like
bad
that.
for stats,
Oh boy. I keep forgetting
this
that Mage
is
Power
probably the
is-
best card of my deck.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that it counts face down spells and traps. It's just
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
really
good.
good. Oh, you had a response to that. Interesting.
No, it kind of flicks back and forth.
Oh.
Blindly Loyal Goblin actually doesn't have a I mean, it's a very I just
The
think it's
effect
funny,
isn't
right?
great.
Well, its control of this card cannot switch, which I think is really funny considering what happened last match, right?
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
Don't know what to say about the art though.
It's certainly
Sure
a
is.
choice was made.
I zoomed in and I sort of regret it. Let me look
It's
at
not
Mage
the
Power's
prettiest
art.
Kind of
card.
cute how many. It is kind of cute how many goblin types there are. Like there's the greed goblins,
Mhm.
these goblins, the
That's true.
false trap goblin.
That's true. Huh?
Yeah.
Um,
And then they finally made a goblin archetype that has nothing to do with any of them.
Is it like the biker gang? Is that it? Or
Yeah, it's the biker gang.
I remember seeing those cards and I was like, that's really sick as a concept.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what's really funny about the biker gang is they can tutor up all these other random goblins
Oh, because
that just kind of exist.
I love it.
Okay, here's the play. We're gonna go Toon Gemini Elf again.
You have a second.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, I figured that would show up. Unfortunately for me, but that gets him down a little lower, which is unfortunately still too big. So we're gonna fire off Tribute to the Doomed, discarding
Yeesh.
my Yatagarasu.
You have Yatagarasu. Okay.
Okay, now the issue is I think I'm now dead to any solid enough normal summon. But we'll see how this goes.
Okay. Well, I do have Warrior
Oh.
Digrapper.
I was just about to say, where's Digrepper when you need him?
Right
He's
there,
right
unexpected.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, no Karibo on my end. Or do I?
Oh. Oh.
GG, GG.
All right.
GG.
That's 1-1.
Yep.
Indeed. Gosh, I love these spirit monsters, but they make it a little hard to develop board presence. I feel like most of your turns have been set pass, so I feel like I'm okay going second and getting that card.
Okay.
Ooh, and I really need that card.
This is it. For all the
Well.
Okay, well, there we go. All the
Augur predicting
fragments.
the strat right off the bat, yeah.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna try this out again.
Okay.
Well.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I
there
don't
it
like
is.
that very much. Okay.
we can talk about it now.
Yep. Gravity
Surprise.
Bind is one of the key cards in my deck.
It's a gravity bind deck.
I'm trying to remember what...
And now you get burned for
Okay.
2,000.
Wow.
And now I activate Mage Power.
Good stuff.
And guess who is 3 stars?
That koala. Death koala, as we have learned.
Yes, the Death Koala.
My gosh.
And then I think I'm just going to set a card.
Is that
Pass.
Death Dark Reptile also 3 stars, or is he just a good enough guy?
He's just a good enough guy. I actually have a lot of 4-star monsters in my deck. It turns out 3-star monsters from this era kind of suck, for the most part.
That koala did a lot of work.
I believe it.
2,000 on the flip and then
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that card does nothing. But so I'm just gonna go to battle and attack in for 21.
Okay.
Spirit Reaper.
Here's a good under 3-star monster. Or
That's
under 4-star
unfortunate.
monster.
Oh yeah, this is the one that can't be destroyed by battle. Oh boy. Okay,
Yep,
that's a
time to-
good.
Time to play some Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
After resolving a card effect that targets this face-up card, destroy this card. Okay, at least you can pop it with just about anything that targets, at least.
Yeah, that's the downside of Spirit Reaper. And
Everything
honestly, if it
else
didn't
is,
have that downside, it would have dominated early Yu-Gi-Oh!
I know it tends to see play in the Prog series because if you can keep hitting someone with it, it definitely sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, look,
Also,
All right.
Hack Weapon. The
it's a
Gemini Elf has that same effect, too. It's
oh
crazy.
yeah.
I'm going
Oh.
to summon Toon Goblin Attack Force, and then I'm going to use Morphing Jar number 2.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I don't like this. Oh, thank
Unfortunately, it does get rid of my Mage Power, but
goodness. Mad Dog, Warrior Die
Wow.
Priest.
Okay.
Legendary Jujutsu Master. Oh, you only had 3. Yeah.
oh, you have some solid cards. On Spirit Reaper's back. Come
what?
on.
What are the chances?
You know it.
Well, at least I got rid of a lot of good spell cards. God damn.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yes,
your
I
spell
do
and
have
trap
a
pool is
bottomless.
much better than mine.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is excavate, right? So, Robin Goblin,
Yeah.
bottomless trap hole, dark core. Yeah, a lot of stuff just hit the bin.
Swords of Revealing
swords,
Light.
swords. what did you
Your
use
Your
on
Seal
your
of the
sizes?
Forbidden Spell is also
Yep.
very good. Like, all of those I would be terrified to play against.
Well, there's more than just 1 week for this series, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Well,
What's the
Your
defense on
removal
Legendary
suite is
Jujutsu
infinitely
Master?
better than mine.
Sorry.
What was that?
Sorry, I was asking what the defense was on Legendary Jujutsu Master.
if you
1800.
if you click
Okay.
the little clipboard button at the bottom, it should let you it should let you scroll back up to when it was revealed, and you can click on it.
Yeah.
Yep, I clicked on it and it was blank, but now it's back.
Yeah, you have to
It
scroll
takes
up.
it
It's
takes
weird.
a while. It takes a while to load, and if you just scroll a little bit, it'll boot in.
Gotcha. Okay, so Mad Dog.
And then if you hold the little information button, it quickly tells you all the relevant numbers, like deck size, and
Indeed.
it's quite neat. I like it.
Alright, we are going to
Master
go
Duel is one of the better TCG clients.
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh, there's Dark Scorpion.
follow it up with a twin-headed behemoth.
Hey.
Okay.
Did you know Cliff has glasses?
Yeah.
I didn't. I just zoomed in on the art and I'm like, hello.
Cliff, go into the... Oh, wait. I forgot these got shuffled.
They get
Well,
shuffled.
that's what I wanted. Wait, did they? Because I
They go on
Jujutsu
top.
Master...
So you're going to be
Mad
drawing
Dog.
the cliff next turn.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they got shuffled. Because we saw them go face down and kind of get a wash, but sometimes they can go back to the same spot, right?
Okay, well, I hope I get lucky then.
They do get shuffled, so you're not sure
Okay,
which
wow.
is which.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that thing is a level 3. Huh.
Indeed it is. And we are fine. Okay. Passing there. My spell traps don't matter much if I don't draw them.
Right.
Fair enough.
Need an out to this gravity bind.
Lavender doesn't know what your face down is, correct?
Oh, no, it's Spirit Reaper.
it's,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, we know this one. What's the one that got?
So
Cliff.
Oh, it's Cliff that got dead.
I think I want to get aggressive. Activate Mask of Brutality.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Is there a Yu-Gi-Oh term for putting something back on top of the deck or something?
Spinning.
Spinning? Nice.
Yep.
Is there a magic term for putting something back on top of the deck?
Nope.
I don't really remember.
Isn't it ebb, from Time Ebb or something? Or
I've never heard anyone use a term for it.
I know
I could believe it's ebb, but
tucking is not necessarily on top, right? When people say
tucking is always bottom.
bottom, so I actually don't know.
I just think there's
topping?
not really a commonly used magic term.
We're gonna set this. and pass.
I love that Behemoth is once per duel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's very weird.
That doesn't happen very often, right?
I think it's like only on this card and a couple others.
There's a few. I think the most famous of which is probably Glow Up Bulb.
Okay. Well, thankfully we don't have
I-
to. There's Mysterious Guard. So, funnily enough, when we were doing our set reviews, we just got to the set with Mysterious Guard, I believe. So I'm very excited to like actually play with that card because I can feel confident in putting cards in face down defense positions.
Yeah.
For a while, it just felt super incorrect in like the Jiraiya Nobleman across out type days. So we'll see. I hope Yu-Gi-Oh picks back up. Zphil's been away for a little bit, so we'll once he's back in town, so to speak, we'll hopefully get that side of things going up. But hey, in the meantime,
I'm gonna set a monster that could be just about anything.
True.
You should attack into it and find out what it is.
That would be pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I am actually because I kind of have to. I'm trying to
Interesting.
think. This Warrior Digrapher having what 1600 defense?
it's
1600,
That's like
correct.
a surprising amount.
1700, 1600, right? It's not bad.
Yeah. Just a decent body.
Mhm. I think here's what we have to do actually.
It's a tough place to be
Let's
in.
go Cliff the Trap Remover again.
Okay.
We're gonna go Battle. I'm gonna go Cliff into this.
Okay.
Then Damage Step, Rush Recklessly.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I just want to clear this guy.
Oh, wow.
And the 1800 is going to be...
Yeah.
Very fair. The effect
Harder
still
to clear.
triggers, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now I have this guy sitting awkwardly in attack
Dang.
position. Do I want to go in so I can flip him face up? There are a couple cards in my deck that would out it if it were face up. So we'll go second main and pass it back.
Alrighty.
all right.
Happy New Year, by the way. I was just thinking about
That's
that.
true. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Unfortunately, there is not a whole lot I can do, but actually no. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot I can do. I'll change this guy to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Get an extra 100 points there, might matter.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have gone into that guy, because Cliff is now back in my hand for the third time.
You got rid of it, though.
On the upside, I
That is
can't
true.
attack, so
Yeah, I think I am just going to set and pass.
Now, the question is, did anyone pull a board wipe?
I hope not.
I'm
Chart
gonna
three,
draw
okay.
another card. And oh, would you look at that? It's a level
Oh.
3 with a whole
Oh.
chunk of attack.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Was wondering if we were going to see the card. So,
Let's start with this, since I know what it is, and it's a safe attack.
Fair point.
in deck building,
So,
Lavender called
Sonic
the
Duck where?
deck Sonic Duck Turbo. Was it Sonic Duck Turbo or
Sonic Duck Turbo,
Sonic
yes.
Duck Turbo?
Is Sonic Duck related to Sonic Chick?
Nope, not at all.
Incredible.
Just
Okay,
a vanilla
well-
that is Sonic.
Just a very fast bird.
We're gonna set one. I feel like I have to keep setting for when I draw the out to this Gravity Bind.
Yeah,
We'll do
Gravity
this.
Bind's doing a lot of work here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna keep getting aggressive.
All
Gonna
right.
attack this one.
That's gonna be fine.
That's
You
Cliff
found it.
again.
Gone
Well,
for
at least
good.
he's not on the top of your deck.
Cliff has visited the deck twice and the discard once now. So
I mean, he's the trap remover. He's not the combat guy. Oh, baby. Okay.
oh.
We're firing this off. Here's
Oh,
another reason I
no.
was confident
Oh, there's
in
painful
putting
choice.
these in my
Oh,
deck.
God.
Okay.
Your deck is... I have an uphill battle for the rest of this series, I'm not going to lie.
Well, we'll
Oof.
see. We'll see what comes out of the next couple of packs.
Yeah,
Let's see. So if I pick the MST, it's going in that graveyard.
almost certainly.
So here is what I'm thinking. Here is what I'm thinking. I'm liking this. I am liking this, actually.
All right, let's see what comes out of here.
I do, yes. No. I think I have to take a little risk. There's actually not some great choices here.
It's episode 1. I think painful choice is the kind of card that's just gonna get so much better over time.
Absolutely.
There's cards out there that are absolutely cracked with it, right? Like anything that banishes from the discard or
Anything that cares about being in the graveyard,
Mhm.
which Yu-Gi-Oh! Becomes a very graveyard-centric game.
no kidding, yeah.
There's a reason no one plays Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos in the modern era.
Of course, Shifter sees a lot of play.
Shifter sees a lot of play, true, but
Is that the one that everyone's complaining
Macrocosmos
about?
and Dimensional Fissure are just shifters that stick around.
Is Shifter the one that people are complaining a lot about these days? I feel like I hear a lot of
Yes.
Shifter discussion. Yeah, okay.
It's probably the most hated hand trap currently.
What is it? What is it?
All
Just
right, what do we have?
Discard from hand and
Any card, until the end of the next turn, any card that would be sent to the graveyard is banished instead.
oh,
The big condition is you have to activate it with no cards in your graveyard.
okay.
But even with hand traps, you can hand trap and then chain the Dimension Shifter.
I
Dang, okay.
think I'm going to pick. I think Sangan is the least. Oh wait, what the? I clicked Sangan. Oh, I get it. Right, the select and cancel buttons are on the opposite side as Master Duel.
Oh,
That's what's
no.
messing me up.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Okay.
No, I just clicked cancel by accident and it
Oh,
didn't
okay.
let me.
But like
Yeah.
it's okay.
Which was Sangan, so I got
Actually,
the
can we
Sangan.
pause for a second? I just need to go answer my roommate.
Yeah,
You can
no
cut
worries.
this out of the recording.
I'm
Totally.
sure I can.
Yeah. So the pile was Chaos Necromancer, Dark Dust Spirit, Magical Merchant, United We Stand, Sangan.
I love how Chaos Necromancer would have been absolutely huge.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Oh
it's,
yeah.
oh, but it's your
Right, I'm
graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean,
Still would have
still,
been pretty big.
it's a 1-star.
Okay, I'm
Honestly,
back.
I think the play
All
was
right.
that's good.
Welcome
I
back.
think the play was not send the Chaos Necromancer and just pick the Sangan and hope that you give me the Sangan.
Right.
Did you get the Sangan? Is
Yeah.
okay.
Speaking of,
Could be anything.
it
Could be
It
anything.
could be anything.
All right. Let's just go to battle and start picking off more guys.
Mhm. This guy's gonna live.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
A bonk.
It's like, yeah, he has a big enough butt. I'll set him.
So Neobug is just Warrior Digreffer, but like plus 100 both sides.
hmm
Yeah,
But he's
just
not a
better
warrior.
than my warrior digreffer.
It's not a warrior. Correct.
I think I have to do this. 'Cause
Interesting.
I am now like also already
Mm-hmm.
lower on cards in deck. And you have to find something real good to get through the Spirit Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll take the Night Assailant.
Night Assailant.
Okay.
And second main, We will set.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Truly, truly. Okay, Gravity Bind.
I'm just asking myself what the back row here on Lavender's side is. I'm really... Oh.
Oh,
Oh!
The koala returns.
that's not good.
Uh-oh, the music picked up.
Okay, let's think.
All right, let's just go to battle here.
Oof. Life total just got real low.
Attack here.
Oh yeah. We are going to flip up the Spellbinding Circle.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think not.
Okay. So now we know what one of those is.
7 tools, that makes sense.
Okay, so you do get over the Asura Priest.
And then I just want to flip the Spirit Reaper.
Sure.
Makes sense.
You don't take any damage from it, so.
Exactly. And then I will set one more card.
Could actually be anything, though.
Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna set. Here's the thing is that none of these are good.
I mean, a lot of your cards would be great if Gravity Bind wasn't sticking around.
That is very true. That is very true. Okay. I don't know if I can flip the Night Assailant is the other thing.
That's definitely a risky play with it only having so little stats.
Yeah, 200
true, it's
attack,
really
so
small.
I'm dead to any 1700.
Yes,
I don't think I
like
can
Sonic
do it.
Duck, for example.
Ta-da.
Of course, you'd pop the Sonic Duck, but...
Still.
Alright, let's just set one more.
Uh-huh.
Who would have thought Desk
And-
Koala Burn doing some work here?
I think I just pass here.
Alright.
We're at a bit of a stalemate, because I know that Night Assailant is down there.
It's the I know that you know that I know that this is this and
Oh,
Exactly.
We're not going to be in a stalemate for much longer.
Oh?
We're going to flip up the Night
Oh.
Assailant.
okay.
I'm going to pop whatever this is.
Okay.
We're going to chain Torrential Tribute.
Oh,
Ugh. Oh, that's rough.
okay. Interesting.
Oh, was that the golem that...
No, it wasn't.
It
Oh, no,
was
okay.
Royal Keeper? Was that it?
Royal Keeper.
That's a cool card.
Yeah.
And the reason we're committing to that is because we did draw the Mystical Space Typhoon.
I
Oh.
see.
Okay.
Now, if one of these is also a Gravity Bind, then I'll be very disappointed. But
Oh, that's a big
or
4-star.
no,
Yeah.
bottomless. Yeah. Okay. But now we're through the worst of it. As long as you don't have
Well, that's
another
the thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I am very sorry to say, but
Oh, no.
I do, in fact, have another guy.
Oh, Gigantes!
Gigantes.
Nice. Oh,
He's
man.
here and he's big.
It's not Chaos Sorcerer, but it's gonna do work. Hey,
GG's. Holy moly.
GG's.
Wow.
Phew. That was a close one.
What a great start to our first episode, honestly. That was really good. All right. Hey, and that's it. That's a wrap on our first 3 matches. How are we feeling?
Pretty
I'm
good,
terrified.
Terrified and
Terrified. So,
we saw some powerful cards get revealed there during episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah, a little more than I would have liked. I would have loved to have that Snatch Steel in my pocket for a rainy day.
of
That
course.
United We Stand. But it's kind of funny that even though I lost, I'm the one who's walking away pretty happy, and Lavender's a little scared.
Yep. It was rough. You have a significantly better removal suite than I do. I will say I'm playing stuff like Stop Defense.
Ooh.
I have a singular copy of Stop Defense, but it is Stop Defense.
Block attack made it into my sideboard, but
Mm,
yeah.
well,
But I was also looking through my sideboard. I didn't really have anything I could have done against that gravity bind strategy.
yeah, Gravity Bind is powerful. I didn't say this during the game, but I was hit pretty hard by it too. I had a very powerful tribute monster in my hand, but
Mm,
obviously it wasn't doing much. And I suspect I'm going to be off Gravity Bind next episode.
thank goodness to me.